ask about the roughing the passer call right away. What did you hear about that upon review?
Mid-game, I was full of frustration, but I mean, I realize it's football and it's just a game that we're protecting our quarterback a little bit more. They said the way I was driving him into the ground, I landed on top of him, which caused the personal foul. So I mean, I know now, but I mean, you know, it was a bang play. I feel like a judgment play, but you know, we move on, fight to the next day. So.
Just when you are that frustrated in game, how do you go about trying to put that behind you?
I mean, I don't sit too long on it. I just really go to the next play, try to make up for it. I'm not a guy who sits and thinks about the plays before. I mean, I just there's so much going on to just worry about one play that's in the past that you can't change. So you know, always, you know, I just preach to my teammates like next play. You know, we just gotta get past it. You know, it is what it is.
Jalon, what stood out to you about Tyrion in the start of the season that he's been able to have?
Right, you know, I've watched Ty grow. You know, he had his battle for his injuries in the past, and you know, going through practice. You know, seeing him progress throughout the fall camp and getting back into his groove. You know, it's exciting to see. You know, I can't wait for him to go throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, I think you had 8 pressures on Saturday, the most anyone that played a college football game last weekend. How, as a pass rusher, have you evolved or improved this season where you are making that sort of consistent pass rushing impact?
I feel like I'm just playing football out there. You know, when the opportunity's gifted to me, you know, I go get it. That's just what I do. You know, being a high motor player, you know, I like to go get the quarterback. So once I get the opportunity, the shot to do so, I just do it.
Joe, the coach said after the game the emphasis on the bye is about improvement. I mean, for a defense that's given up 9 points and no touchdowns, what are the areas that you guys need to improve on?
No, I feel like we need to improve on tackling. I feel like we had a poor tackling game. You know, I feel like, you know, in the past seasons we've had, we were a better tackling team, and you know, coming up, this game wasn't the best tackling game. So going off into our bye, we're getting better thuds, better footwork, and getting into leverage and pursuit and things of that sort. Just better tackling.
You got a lot of high praise after Saturday's game, including from Mykel Parsons in the NFL. Did you see that, and what does that mean to you, kind of getting a lot of recognition after a game like that?
Yeah, I did. You know, I feel like that recognition from Mykel Parsons was, you know, I appreciate it. You know, coming from a great player like himself, coming from similar traits that we both have. You know, it's just a blessing to see that he sees that, and you know, it gives me motivation to keep going. You know, that's just more fire to me to keep pushing it and become a better player every week.
Yeah, Jalen, go back to the tackling. What is a film session like when you have a tackling game like it feels like y'all had? Everybody's kind of seeing their own mistakes on Sunday or Monday. You
know, we call it going to the doctor, and that's what we did. We went to the doctor and to see what we had going on, and it was our tackling. And you know, we just emphasized it over the week to get better. You know, this is our bye week, and we hone in our craft while we're in mid-season. So I feel like this week, we're doing a great job of doing that.
Jalen, although you can't tell by how well you're playing right now, but with Mykel out, do you have to kind of catch yourself, you know, trying not to do too much to compensate from his absence, you know, as long as he's out right now?
No, you know, I do my job. That's all it is. You know, being in a team defense, everybody has their job to do, and I just do mine. You know, try to do it at the highest ability I can.
Yeah, you guys obviously have Alabama next. How much have you gone back and watched last year's game against Alabama, and how difficult is it to cover or prepare for someone like a Jalen Milroe with the athleticism that he possesses?
Right, you know, I feel that we're currently right now we're focusing on ourselves for this week, but you know, I can't wait to prepare for Bama. You know, going to that last year's game, you know, like I said in the past, it left a bad taste in my mouth, and you know, I can't wait to prepare to get ready for that game.
Kentucky was like our first chance to get a full view, a full game of Trevor Etienne. There were some plays where he had unblocked guy in the hole and he managed to get away from him. I'm assuming you guys have some similar experiences going against Trevor in practice. Can you talk about what you see from him on a day-to-day and week-to-week basis, and how that translated this past Saturday and going forward?
Right, you know, in that game, Trevor was a vital component for our offense by stepping up and being there when we needed him the most. He made big runs, had explosive plays, and that's what he does in practice. I mean, as long as you have great practice during the week, and you should line yourself up for a successful game.
I know you guys are kind of doing your own thing in practice, not focused on Bama, but I imagine we're not going to talk to you next week. Just looking back to last year's game, what is key to having an effective pass rush against a quarterback with his skills?
I feel that just keeping him in his trap. He's a good quarterback. He's a good quarterback has legs and has vision down the field at the same time. Those are that's the new age of a quarterback coming to be in the NFL as well. So I feel like he has a great presence in the pocket. So getting that pressure and putting it on him and helps the secondary a lot more.
Jalen, with the y'all were able to finish that game against Kentucky, what do you think it says about the resiliency of this defense?
You repeat that?
Just the way that you guys finished the game out against Kentucky, what do you think it says about this defense?
That we're relentless, most definitely relentless. We have an edge about us that we don't want anybody in our end zone, and we will do what we have to do so.
Okay, more questions for Jalen? All right, thank you, Jalen.
Appreciate
Jalen.